All right, dear friends, it is time for us to talk to my good friends and yours regarding the most incredible product available today, C60 EVO. Chris Burris and Patty Greer join us. Welcome, dear friends, and let's get down to brass tacks. Chris or Patty, what is exactly C60 EVO?
Do you want me to get sciencey, or you want Patty to get things started?
I'll show it to you, and you tell them what's in the bottle.
Okay, excellent. So what that is a high quality extra virgin olive oil with as much of this ESS60 molecule as we can get to dissolve in it. Real quickly, this molecule was discovered in 1985. The scientists who discovered it won the Nobel Prize for the discovery of this molecule. They thought it would be toxic for various reasons. They put it in a toxicity study. Instead of being toxic, the test subjects that they gave it to, in this case, Wistar rats, lived 90% longer than the control group. So that is the single longest longevity experimental result on mammals in history. And I want to share kind of two little facts. One, the molecule has, there's an ad hoc study that shows our product to be 172 times more powerful than vitamin C. There's actually peer-reviewed published research that shows it to be 125 times more powerful than vitamin C. And our most consistent testimonial is people take the product in the morning, they report mental focus and energy during the day, and then better sleep that night.
Now, a couple of things here, too. And by the way, if I say anything, if I paraphrase something that's incorrect, let me know. This is not a salad dressing. When I say olive oil, this is not a salad dressing. And number two, you cannot buy this in a store. You can't go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or whatever, which is fine. And you can't find C60. There's olive oil. That's not what this is. Patty,
Nope.
What is it precisely?
It is a Nobel-winning prize molecule in 1996 for its excellence in every application tested. And they didn't know that people could take it until 2012. But once we discovered it, we upgraded the cleaning process from what Chris and Robert had been selling in the lab since 1991 to something specifically for people and pets. And we are seeing incredible testimonials from around the world. The reason I take it is it saved my life twice, and I had to search out who was making it because it is insanely potent. You just take a spoonful in the morning and you go all day with tremendous mental focus. And at a time like this, when everything is moving so quickly, I don't think there's anything more important than keeping the brain sharp.
That's one application. That's in terms of mental acumen and sharp and being aware. But in terms of, I've noticed it for me personally, in the winter, with everything being dry, this is my favorite. I have not, my wife is always saying, you got to moisturize, you've got to moisturize. And I don't know what that means. I told you once before, this is my go-to. So just generally, it is I don't want to say it's a humectant, it's an emollient, it's a sap. You can take it for children, for pets, as you have chapstick. Give me an idea of the ranges. It's not, again, this is not an olive, this is not a salad dressing, but it is used in a variety of topics. Give me an idea of some of the topics or some of the items that contain this incredible substance.
We have basically testimonials from head to toe just from this alone, which is the edible olive oil. And it's organic, it's from Tunisia, so it's not your average olive oil. It's extra virgin, cold pressed from a specific farm, blended for 3 weeks in our lab with this incredible molecule that you can find out in space at the edge of volcanoes or at our lab in Houston, Texas, where we ship all over the world 5 days a week. We get letters like, how do we get it in Brazil? Just ask us, place an order, we ship everywhere. So our lab is the only one that manufactures this particular product, but the potency is the testimonial itself. And when we look at our sales at the end of the year, I got the final figure, 70% of our sales are subscribers and resubscribes, which right there says the product works. People want it monthly, and it just keeps going because all these other expensive things we've been using, kind of not so important. When you find something, you take a spoonful, 15 minutes later, for a lot of people, it's like, wait, what? Can't be. And the face serum, the first morning, it's like, wait, what? My skin can't be better that quickly. Yeah, it is. So on your landing page, when people say, I've never heard of your product, but I do know that the ESS60 is what I want to be doing. Where do I start? And that's why right on the top of your landing page, we offer our top selling items, which is the olive oil and also the facial serum. And we have specials on your landing page, which is right there, c60evo.com/Lionel Nation. And they can find all kinds of information about the products, the science. But what's important is that we've been doing it 34 years with integrity at the lab. I don't think there's anybody else in the world who can claim that they were making it when it received the Nobel Prize, and also when it proved itself to be safe for people and pets. Oh yeah, that product actually came from our lab. So we're really proud to be the delivery lab that makes the good stuff, ESS60, for people and pets.
And by the way, just looking at the landing page also, which is the link right there, you have the extra virgin olive oil products, and then you have the olive oil capsules, and then you have facial serum and lip renewal, and then you have organic oils for cats and dogs, and rich body creams. So the thing to understand, it's not just one version of this. It's an application that covers a broad spectrum of, and let me just say something, and I've got to get this. Listen, I don't do, believe me, products like this. It works. I don't believe in half of that stuff I hear because it doesn't make any sense. I've tried this. I defy you to try it and not feel the same way. Now, Chris, you've got something that I want to show. It's a graph of some sort, some table, something which I believe you, as a scientist, a resident scientist, would be able to decipher. What exactly is this, sir? And what does this tell us?
Well, it's pretty straightforward. We often get questions from customers and from potential customers. Hey, what might I expect on this product, right? What am I going to see? And there really are parallels with our most consistent testimonial, which again, people take it in the morning, report mental focus and energy during the day, and then better sleep that night. So you can kind of see here on month 1, you're looking at focus and energy, boosted mental clarity, sustained energy, reduced coffee dependence. And I use this one particular testimonial for that, which is we had a lady, an influencer, she consumed the product in the morning, recorded her video that night, and she pointed out that she didn't finish her cup of coffee. Now, if you're a coffee drinker, not finishing your cup of coffee is a big deal. And I'll share with you, I'm actually I was a 2 to 3 cup of coffee per day person when I started taking this formula on a regular basis. I'm now down to 1, maybe it's more of the ritual. I like the coffee. I like how it tastes. I get to the office. That's my kind of routine. In month 2, we start to really land with sleep. Now, the reason I think it takes 2 months, because I think people actually get the benefits right away, is everybody gets a little bit more or less sleep every day. And to attribute it to this thing you started, this C60 EVO that you started, sometimes can be challenging. But around month 2, you're like, oh, okay, this is because of this product. You're looking at restful, deeper, uninterrupted sleep. In the testimonial I'll share here, my business coach, he shared with me that for 50 years, he needed an alarm clock. As soon as he started taking this on a regular basis, he no longer needs the alarm clock. Now, I like to point out, he's a business coach, so he's got late night mixers and late night dinners, and none of that late night matters until he actually doesn't get the product for about 10 days, and then he starts to need the alarm clock again. And that coincides with the literature that this molecule clears your body in about 10 days. And then finally, we look at these, we understand from the Boss theory that this works at the mitochondrial level, so at the subcellular level. And that's where you start to see, if you improve the mitochondria, which there's between 50 and 5,000 in every cell in your body, you will have systemic benefits. You will have benefits like we have, head to toe testimonials. And that's where people start to kind of notice these things. Now, we have to be careful, because the things they're noticing, the FDA has restrictions on us sharing that until we do the research. And we are, in fact, doing some research studies so that we can come out and make more claims about those particular things. I'll share one particular one that kind of encompasses a broader systemic benefit. My father-in-law was walking with a cane. After about 3 months, he started not needing the cane and subsequently started walking further. And in this walking further, he ended up losing weight. So not because of our product, but because of this additional walking. And then he needed his cane less and continued walking. So it was this systemic benefit we start to see at month 3.
And I could also tell you something that in my particular case, I have been doing now fairly recently overnights. So I'm doing regular radio from 1 to 5 a.m. here in New York.
Mm,
And you talk about throwing your
ouch.
sleep off. This has
Yeah,
been
ouch.
absolutely a godsend because remember, it's wonderful if everybody worked on my schedule. It would be great if people got up when I got up, but they don't. So it's not the sleep schedule that's a problem. It's trying to comply and comport with the rest of the world. This has been a godsend. Now, Patty, if somebody wants to say, okay, look, I want to get into this. I cannot let this go by. What should they do? What's the best starter program, the best introduction that people can go to using our C60EVO.com/Lionel Nation? What do they have?
Can one of you pull up the landing page?
Yeah, I can. In fact, if you turn that screen share on, that's your landing page.
And there we go. Hang on. You are in. Hang just a second. There we go. Wait a minute, just a minute. Hang on a minute. Keep talking. There we go.
That is the perfect
I've got
question.
it pulled up already.
Huh?
Where do I
You
start?
just share that screen. I've already got it pulled up.
Yeah, I'm looking right now and I do not see the, just a second here.
It is the easiest answer, but once
wait a minute,
people
wait a minute.
whole store, they're going to see so many products that you mentioned.
There we go.
There you go.
Let me try that.
That's
There we
the
go. There we go.
easiest
There we go.
choice right there. The olive oil, we have all different size bottles, but you want to give it a go right there because that on a spoon in the morning is all you're going to need to be impressed, I'm pretty sure, but I can't speak for other people. And for people that have skin on their face, they might want to also do the facial serum.
Very good. Touche there, Patty. I like that.
I can't help myself sometimes.
Not skin in the game, skin on your face. Very good.
Well, if you want to get skin-rific, you definitely want to try the Evo organic facial serum because it's got a base of something that I don't think anybody on the market does, chia seed oil. Because I have hippie friends that have written tons of books on raw food, and I used a formulator who loves the earth. So we're kind of going back to reality with this molecule that's found in space and at the edge of volcanoes, like I said. But, you know, this is not old science. I mean, not new science. It is breakthrough now, though, that people can be putting it on their skin and taking it. So we've got these wonderful 6-packs where you can save 20% on 6. And Chris had mentioned the 3-month sampling for yourself. But once you get a week into it, you're going to think, you know, I'd really kind of like to get some to my parents, my best friend, because wow, my memory's back. You know, all these benefits that are so obvious. It's like you have no idea how much better you can feel.
And like the skin, the chapsticks, this is the real immediate. You don't have to wait at all. 30 seconds and you can see the results. Also for pets, it's again, remember, this is not salad dressing and you can't buy this in a store. I think sometimes the olive oil is misleading to an extent. It's the C60. That's the thing we're talking about. The olive oil is, what would you say, Chris? The delivery mechanism, the suspension, the delivery system, whatever you want to call it. It's the C60 that we're talking about, which is so critical, which only you have.
It's the ESS60, right? So that's C60 that's been processed for people and pets. And you're right, the olive oil is kind of a transport mechanism. It just turns out that olive oil is absolutely amazing. You're like, it's not a salad dressing. And I'm going to share this. People often ask, hey, could I put it on my salad? And the answer is you could, but be prepared to lick the plate, right? Because this is such a unique product. It is more expensive than olive oil. No surprise there. So you should be prepared to lick your plate because it's the most expensive olive oil that you would use.
Well, it's also like balsamic vinegar. You can spend as much of it as the finest champagne or the stuff you buy at the store. So right now, again, you go. This is something which people have to do. You can go to this particular landing page, see for yourself. I heartily endorse this and explore. Try and Patty, you probably have some of the most incredibly workable the people who work with you. You will answer questions. You'll be there. Testimonials. This is the most product friendly group. Easygoing, not a hard sell. Once you see for yourself what this is, you will be hooked. This is not, I'm not selling anything. You're not. We're merely introducing it. Look at all of this.
These are
This is incredible.
testimonials from people around the world. The pet testimonials make us cry sometimes.
Mm.
We've had people that said, my dog's on the brink. We might have to put him down. I said, give us 2 weeks, get a bottle of Evo. And it's basically the top selling organic olive oil with the ESS60, but we add bacon essence, natural, for dogs, and we add salmon essence for cats. So the pets actually love it. You know, they actually upgrade their food because now it's got the aromatherapy that makes their food more appealing, plus the energy and the noticeable, hopefully, enhancement. They're back to chasing butterflies rather than laying in a corner would be a nice thing to notice when you love your cat that's been in the corner for years. And we get a lot of those. The facial serum, needless to say, when your skin looks better, people are going to notice. And we get constant, Chris and I, compliments. You know, people are surprised that I'm 96. You know, it's like, it just, oh, no, that's my mom. My mom is 96 and she can still remember anything from when I was a teen. And I test her. And it's why? Because she uses this. She looks fabulous. It's because she uses this. And believe me, when the bottle is low, she tells me. So the fact that my mom can still kind of use the computer and, God forbid, answer the phone and turn the speaker on at 90, almost 7 in 2 months, I think she's mind-boggling. And I know it's because the Evo has really kept her brain young and fresh. Why? Because it clears we don't want to say mitochondria, but it clears the toxicity from the brain and all the cells, and it's a big flush. And that's why a lot of people that take it, at first, it's just like, wait, why is my fog of my brain so?
Well, here's what, this is something which is interesting, and I think it's great. And I'm saying, you know what? Everybody says it, right? You could take this, and this is good for the fog, and it's great. And they talk everything from omega-3 to creatine. Everything makes me, you know what? Good. Put your money where your mouth is. Go right now and try for yourself. What I'm telling you is that that's a wonderful thing too. But just in terms of skin and this molecule, that again, you can't get this. You can't get this anywhere. It's not a salad dressing. And it's this ESS, you say C60. This is what we're talking about. This is what makes it different. So one more time, go to this landing page right now. And the programs are there for you. I heartily recommend this. The people that I know who've tried this love this. We are an absolute, I've got all this stuff. This, just very quickly, this tangerine smell the smell alone is the most intoxicating. My skin looked like before, because it's been cold right now, and it looked like I could have been in a circus. I look like the Elephant Man. It's horrible. I mean, put it this way, dermatologist ran. This was, I don't know what you would call it, the humectant or whatever. It's wonderful. I swear by it. Plus, I always smell like a fruit truck just turned over because I'm reeking of tangerine and I love it. So it smells good. It feels good. And I've been using this for years. So one more time, go to this site right now. Final words, folks. What can they look for? What do they need to do? Our final word.
We sell as much to men as to women. So all I'm going to say is Valentine's Day is in 3 weeks. We ship quickly. We send a really pretty wrapping. So if you want to get your honey, the face serum and the Evo, all the different sizes, highly recommended. It's a gift that probably they will continue to want down the road, but they'll remember you as the one that turned them on to it. The starter.
And Chris, final words, good sir.
Yeah, I always like to point out, like, is how much value can we deliver on each of the things on your landing page. There is a subscription that saves you a little bit more money.
Yes.
Even if your intent is to only try it once, take advantage of the subscription. You can cancel at any time. Our customer service team has 1,000 5-star reviews on Google, right? So if that doesn't say anything, then I don't know, maybe we need to get 10,000. I don't know what that is. But they're not trained to talk you out of canceling your subscription. They're trained to help you, and they do an amazing job.
And there's one thing, I got to say something. There's one thing. We live in a brutal existence right now. When people say something good about you, It's better than that because people love to complain, which is how I make my living, by complaining. So Patty and Chris, thank you so much. I
Thank
cannot,
you.
from the heart, let me just say something. As a consumer, I am so sick and tired of everybody telling me, yeah, and I'm sure these products are great. I try this, I use it, I love it, and you will too. Go there right now. You will not be in any way sorry that you took us up on this. Good friends, thank you so much, and continue with the great work.
Thank you.